guys, how y'all doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Okay, we're gonna talk about the mass howling that happened in Wisconsin. I don't know, what was on this young lady's mind or what she was going through. I made the video, the first video, and they're telling more about this young lady, Natalie. So let's get in it. They said girl accused in Wisconsin powering deaths join short list of female mass powering suspects. Yeah, because that's like not normal for women to go out there, young ladies, women, whatever, to just do a mass powering. It's just crazy. Excuse me, y'all. They said the fatal powering of a student and a teacher at a private Christian school in Wisconsin on Monday was lended with stock even for a national duel by the horror of repeated school massacres. Yep. The suspect Natalie Rupnow, who police say killed off herself during the rampage, was just 15 years old. Yo, she 15. What the hell was she going through as a young lady? You know what I'm saying? As a young lady, and just said, I'm gonna go up here to this school and just off these people, students, teachers, or whatever. What the hell was she going through? You know what I'm saying? And that's really that is rare to see a young lady do something like that. You understand? I don't know what she was going through, like I said, or just what was on her mind. Was she getting bullied? What was people, you know? I don't know. I don't know what to say about this here one because it is really weird and strange that a young lady would go in a school and map that out. Like it was like kind of like premeditated. You know what I'm saying? It was like kind of like premeditated. They said the suspect Natalie Rupnow, would who police said blanked herself during the rampage, was 15, but even more surprisingly, she was a girl. Mass powering carried out by females are visibly rare. That's true. Of the 2,000 plus mass since 2013, which premeditated genders, who known fewer than 60 involved female assaultants, according to the NBC News analyst of Pow Pow Violence Achieved data. The Gun Violence achieved a non-profit group that tracks POW's victims on violence, gun violence, defines a mass powering as a single incident in which four or more people are POWed, not including the power. I gotta say pow pow. Y'all know what I mean. While the public often thinks of mass powering as active shooters, even in a public place, I said it, like schools, there are small subsets of such powering, which can also include domestic and drive-by attacks. In 2006, 44-year-old postal worker Jennifer off 7 people and then herself at a Santa Barbara postal facility, inspired by what she believed was a conspiracy against her. Despite a long history of mental illness, she had been placed on retirement disability leave for psychological reasons in 2003. She was able to buy a 9mm Smith and Wesson Pow Pow with no problem after routine background check. Law enforcement said. In 2014, tribal chairman Latch Rohan, then 44, opened opened fire and off 4 people and critically injured 2 others in a tribal office in the remote North California town of Alturas. The shooting took place during a hearing over a planned eviction from a property on tribal land. The death include the shooter, 50-year-old brother, David's 30-year-old nephew, Glenn, and 19-year-old niece, Angel Penn, who was holding her newborn baby when she was howled. The infant was unharmed. Rao was sentenced to in 2017 and remains one of the fewer than 50 women on death row. Rite Aid distributor center worker Mosley, 26, off 3 people and injured 3 others at her place of work in Aberdeen, Maryland, before blanking herself. In 2018, she had a history of mental illness, but had 9mm handgun was legally owned. See, you could be mental in these states here. This is so crazy. You can literally be mentally disturbed, have a mental problem. You know what I'm saying, and still buy weapons. That's crazy. So they basically didn't do no background check. They said they did, but that's insane. Okay. Another power was carried out by 28-year-old Audrey Hale, who off 6 people, including 3 children, at a Christian school in Nashville last year, and was held dead by responder police officer. Police later stated that Hale identified as transgender and used his pronoun. In 2018, Nazim from San Diego opened fire at a YouTube's headquarters in San Bernardino, California. The American-Iranian injured 3 people, one of them critically before taking her own. Her bewildered family said she had become angry with the video platform for politicizing that she believed was attempt to discriminate against her. Reduced views for her animal rights video and stopped her from earning money from them. So she mad at her platform because the way she was going for the animal rights and stuff like that. She said they were discriminating for animal rights. I don't understand that. Like, why would they do something to hurt you for animal rights? Like, if you for not hurting animals, like, why would they come for you? Okay. She bought the Smith & Wesson 9mm semi-automatic handgun legally, police said. Women's rights campaigns say that overwhelming representatives of men as the predators and violent power is linked to statistics showing the victims to be typically women. A 2009 study in the California Law Review called Mass Powering a profoundly masculine act, and pointed out that many of the victims of the violence and fatal crimes in the USA are women and are linked to a wildly pattern of domestic violence and ideology, even when mass shooters involve neighbors, strangers, and in police, women and children overwhelmingly pay the price, and studies said. The study cites research from the campaign group Every Town for PAL Safety that shows that 75% of mass power involved an intimate partner or other family members. 64% of the victims were women and children. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. So basically, the young lady Natalie Rupnow, what's her name? Rupnow. They're saying that it's very rare for, a woman to carry out a mass powering. But today, they're doing a whole lot. But they still ain't saying, like, did they go to her house and find out, like, what she was going through or something. They even have a picture of her, which I am very, very shocked. I'm very shocked they have a picture of her. I'm very shocked. Because she's only, 15. She's only 15 years old. And they do have a picture of her. Let me show you the picture. Hold on, y'all. Now, I don't see like 1,500 pictures of her. Like, where the pictures been at? Oh. I'll show you one because what happened to the rest of the pictures? That's weird. I'm gonna show you one picture. That's weird. The pictures just disappeared. What the hell? Oh, here. I know I was tripping. I was like, yo, I know I seen some pictures of her. Okay. Let's do this one because this one here is, yeah, she looked like she was going through something. She totally looked like she was going through something. Like, for real. We're gonna look at this picture right here. Not that picture. Let's find a nice picture. Okay, I got a picture of her right here. We're gonna see the picture of her right here. It looked like she was going through something, like, for real, for real. This is how you know. That's Natalie. That's her. That's the young lady that went to the school, and the Christian school, and shot it up. So I want to look at a small video because I didn't watch it earlier, but I wanted to really, like, see what's really going on. Anyway, y'all, hit that like button and subscribe.
People that were hurt are still in critical condition. Police say it was a second grade teacher who called 911, not a student, as they said yesterday. They say that other schools in Madison have unfortunately been targeted by bogus swatting calls today. That's when someone calls 911 falsely claiming that there's a threat at a certain location, usually drawing a large police response. And police say determining a motive behind yesterday's shooting is their top priority. Now, the 15-year-old student opened fire on a study hall yesterday, killing a teacher and another student before turning the gun on herself. Police have been searching her home and social media for clues about why this happened.
We must not allow violence or any act of violence to define us. We refuse to allow hate or destruction to win in this city.
We also wanted to know more about the victims today. Their names have still not been released.
The shooting has devastated so many in Madison. Our Lexi Suter was there today to hear from them about the impact this tragedy has left on their lives.
Good afternoon. There is a memorial on the sidewalk across the street right outside Abundant Life Christian School, and it is growing. We have seen people come here today paying their respects, laying candles and flowers, and many asking the question, why? How could it happen here in Madison?
It's surprising.
Bus driver Camilla Reynolds and some of her co-workers made a stop at the Abundant Life Christian School, the school that so quickly turned into a tragic crime scene Monday morning.
This is a good town. And for something to happen like this up here, I ain't never been to a town or a city where none like this happened at.
Together through fellowship and through prayer.
It'll be okay. Amen.
They say they're here to offer support and to make sure the student body, staff, and their families don't feel isolated in their grief and their trauma.
This is a tragic loss, senseless, but, they got a lot of support here. They are not alone through this situation.
That sentiment was shared today by Madison's chief of police and mayor at an afternoon press briefing, where the pair vowed to offer the necessary means to help this school community heal.
This is a hurting and haunting situation, and the many survivors will need our continued support, and we pledge to give them that in the days, months, and even years ahead.
We will never be the same, but we will get through this together. Right now, our full focus is on caring for those impacted. First and foremost, the victims and their families, the Abundant Life students and educators, our first responders.
As of now, there is no word on when this school will reopen. This was supposed to be the final week of classes before a long holiday break. One mother I did speak with says that day, when she has to send her students back inside, will be a tough one. Reporting from Madison, Lexi Suter, NBC5 News.